So today we're going to install a theft deterrent on the tailgate for the 2025 Toyota Tacoma. And actually this works for, I think, third generations. Well, I know third generations as well as 2025 and 2024 Tacomas. What I'm talking about is protecting this area here. And I don't know if you can see it, but behind here there's a notch, a slit about yay big. And the reason it's there is to enable you to tilt the tailgate up and remove it if you wanted to remove the tailgate for some reason. Pretty simple to do. All you have to do is remove these two clip areas with these two rods or ropes, if you will, and then pull the tailgate up at an angle and you can rip it off. Of course, if you do that, you're going to destroy this cabling that's down here, which controls the lock or the power lock on your tailgate and the rear view camera. That's where the expense comes. You see, tailgates, to replace them now at the dealership, you're looking at upwards of $3,000. However, you can buy a used one on eBay, it might even be your own, for about 950 bucks I've seen. Anyway, what I'm going to use is one of these two hose clamps, whichever one fits the tightest that I'm still able to tie down. And it's very easy to do. All you do is release the clamp, so unscrew it, wrap it around the little access point or removal point here, and then tighten it down. Now, some people are going to argue that, well, all you need is a screwdriver or some kind of a cutoff wheel or something, and you can get these right off. I think they're giving thieves a little bit more credit than they deserve. I mean, I really doubt thieves are out there running around with a tool chest, you know, like this, full of tools for anything that they might find holding that tailgate on, right? I mean, all they're going to do is open the tailgate, roll off or take off those little clamps I showed you, and I'll show you how they work in just a second. And then they're going to rip the tailgate off. If they come up to your truck and they take these off, let's say, and they give it a pull and it doesn't move because these are holding it on, they're probably not going to have any kind of tool with them to be able to screw these off because they wouldn't know about it. And to the people that say, well, gee, Rob, you're telling them all right now, yeah, I'm sure the thieves are sitting here watching this video on how to steal a tailgate. Anyway, these are, what, a couple bucks, something like that, as opposed to the more expensive ones that you can get that are actually locking. Not to say that there's anything wrong with those. Obviously, the more difficult you can make it for a thief to steal, the better it's going to be. But nonetheless, they're all deterrents in the end. Okay, going to show you how easy it is to take these off. All you have to do is tilt the tailgate up a little bit, and then go over here to this little bracket thing, kind of pull up with your finger, and then it just releases like so. Pretty simple, right? And then all you have to do is pull up on the edge of the tailgate, and notice it comes right off. Now all I have to do is pull it this way out of the other side, rip it off, and I'm gone, right? So let's put it back on, and we're going to go ahead and see which one of these clasps, I guess, actually works the best. We're going to start off with the smallest one because obviously the smallest one is the one we're going to want to use. So let's go ahead, we'll unscrew it. I never have much luck unscrewing these. I should be using a socket, I guess. Probably would work a little better. But nonetheless, if a thief has anything, I guess he's going to have a screwdriver. Let's get a different screwdriver. That one kind of sucks. Maybe a wider one? I don't know. Let's see. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyway, you want to unscrew this thing all the way. Let's check out a socket. Make this maybe a little bit easier. What size do we actually have here? Let's see. There we go. And this is an 8mm. So you'd need an 8mm socket just to get that end out of there like this. This is what you want, right? And it does look like this one's going to work. This is 1.75 inches, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 1.75 inches is what you need. So all you want to do is go ahead and put it on like so, and then feed it back into itself, which can be a little cumbersome, I think. Probably going to have to use a screwdriver for this one. And you want as little material sticking out, obviously, as you can get. That's why I'm saying you want to go with the smallest one. And this is not going to scratch your paint or anything, because it does not impact the paint at all. As you can see here, it's not touching the paint or anything. So you're not going to have any trouble with that. Now, let's grab an extension. I much prefer doing it with a wrench. Then all you want to do is tighten it down. You don't have to go crazy. I mean, I don't even think I need a wrench yet. You don't have to go crazy. You just want it snugly tight. I mean, we're not trying to, and you want it straight too, or at least I do, if you care about such things. And obviously I do. And about like that. Now I'm going to tighten it a little bit more, but you can see what it does is it stops anybody from pulling this tailgate out, because it's covering the slot on the other side, right? If I lift this thing up now and I try to pull it out, it can't come out because I'm blocking the slot. Yeah, they can jostle it around a little bit, and I guess if they're having fun doing that, then, you know, more power to them. But let's go ahead. I'm going to tighten it down, then we'll take a look and make sure. I don't want this to impact back here on the metal surface, obviously. We're not trying to cause any rust or scrape any paint off. And I think I could see right there from the quick little demo that I did that that's not an issue. About like that. I don't think you really need it any tighter than that. Now, let's go ahead, put this back on before I forget. Like so. And then I'm going to lift it up. Let me take you off my hat here and let you guys see what it looks like when it goes up. Let's see. And you guys can see down there. Let me put a flashlight on it for you. But there is no impact with the edge of the truck. I'm talking about right up against here, where if it was too close it would impact the metal back here. I assume it's metal. It could actually be composite bed, but let's put it up, let you guys see down here. And as you can see there, I think you have a pretty good distance. Let's go ahead and shut it all the way. And now I think you might be able to actually see where it's resting down there. Maybe. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it is not, I know it's right down there where you can see the light, and there's a good shot of it. If you guys can see, I'm not sure, but it is not hitting anything. It's just hanging out right there in space. So we have no issues with it doing anything crazy like that, and it does not impact the way that the tailgate operates. I saw a comment by somebody in my Facebook group, which, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, it's 4th generation Toyota Tacoma owners group. But somebody was worried about one of these clamps being on there inhibiting the free movement of the tailgate, like it would somehow tighten around that area and impact the way that the tailgate goes up and down. Now, I can't speak to the automatic ones. I'm sure they work the same way, but this doesn't impact anything like that. It's not going to put more wear and tear on the mechanism or anything, which in this case is really just a rod on each side going into a void, if you will. And I can't see it really impacting anything on the electric ones, you know, the ones that have the button you push and it releases by itself and closes by itself. So There's no impact or anything like that. Anyway, this is just a cheap and dirty mod to be able to secure or put a deterrent on your Tacoma so that no one is able to easily steal your tailgate. Again, anything can be done. We're humans. We're pretty, we have a lot of ingenuity, I guess. If we really want something, we're going to get it, but you're not going to get it easy on my truck. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious to know.